So let's do a repair. We got a toilet. That's what inside the toilet bowl looks like. Some of you youngins that don't know how it looks like. This thing is leaking, man. You can see all the crud. That's where the bolts go. This thing is leaking, and it's leaking from down here where the bowl attaches to the, you see, this is the bowl and this is the toilet seat. So this thing is leaking from right there. You can see the what it has done to the floor right there. Yeah, it's been leaking. So you can see all the crud that's been built up. It's supposed to be screws. There's supposed to be screws and whatever in here. And you can see they all been. I'm putting the camera on it. You see. So I'm gonna. You can see all this. Yep. So I'm gonna vacuum that, clean all that mess up, and then we're gonna put new bolts and take it from there. All right. Let me set myself up. So that looks much better. You can see how messed up these things are. Even all these little things, they're all the crew. All right, let me get the bottom bolts and then we can get. So I went to test. I was gonna see what kind of bolts, what kind of socket fits this bolt. I went to stick it up there and the thing just fell apart. So this bolt belongs here. Let me set up my camera. This bolt holds the right there. So that's where it is. It belongs right there. So this is what this goes right there and attaches to the piece up there, but it just broke off from the top. You can see how rusty it is. So let me try the other side. So let me see whether this other side is gonna loosen up. I gotta, man, that's too long an I got an extension with a 13mm bolt. Let's see. So this one I think is, so this one came up. Okay, so I'm gonna hold it at the top. Yep, so that's a rusty washer bolt. And that's what it looks like from the top. So that's the top. That goes inside the tank. And you can see it's sitting in water, so that's why it's so rusted. So you can see inside the tank, you can see that's where the bolt came off. So I'm gonna vacuum that. That's a piece that was remaining there. That's the piece that you can see it broke off from there. It chewed itself up. So I use the wire brush and I clean around the hole good so I can get a good seal. Because you don't want to put that you don't want to put a new washer in there and so you need a good seal. So I use the wire brush. And I got a little this thing is worth its weight in gold. A little pen, a little pocket screwdriver. Man, that little pocket screwdriver, it help you a lot. Let me adjust the light. I mean, small things like this, you can get in there and just do that. You know, something like that. So I'm gonna vacuum that, and then we'll take it from there. This is what the kit looks like. That's what you got. You either buy from Lowe's Hardware or from Home Depot. So that's what the kit looks like. Let's take it apart and see. So this goes underneath. This piece should be this piece right here. I'm not gonna replace that one. That should be that piece right there. That goes, I think, somewhere there. Ain't no point of replacing that one. So that one is extra. So these are my things. So this is what I'm gonna be. So I'm gonna be working with mostly this. Been running around trying to get my tool. So we got some silicone, so I'm gonna make a hole. Yeah, so at least so some silicone right there. I'll show you what I'm thinking of doing. Let me wipe out this. Make sure I wipe out my thingy-majiggy. That's always ladies always ask, how come you need 200 tools? Every tool has a purpose. A purpose. Alright, so I got this. I got my washer. And I got this. I got a rubber. So this thing is gonna go like this. You cannot put this through here. It's not gonna push. You can't put it like this. It's gonna. That don't work. I mean, that means you ain't thinking right. You gotta put this like this. You ain't thinking what? You ain't thinking right. And then push it like that. So I'm gonna put a little bit of silicone on this. This is the side that's gonna be facing the toilet bowl. I don't think the silicone is necessary, but I don't even know whether this silicone is gonna come out. Oh God, this hole is all compromised. Kept on saying that everything has a purpose. Oh my God, make sure I don't stab myself. Freaking hell, that's what happens. Keep on saying everything has a purpose. So I'm gonna put that like that. And this is gonna face. Okay, so that's gonna go like that. That's gonna go like that. Nasty, nasty. The nasty, 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 nasty. Come on, get in there. Nasty, nasty. The nasty, nasty. Okay, so that's gonna go like this. Let me put the camera up there, show you what I did. So I pushed that down there like that. You can see it's down there like that. So let me make my second one. My boat. Go get that boat. Wait, that boat. Where's that boat? Where's that boat? Put that bolt in there. Let me put this thing and then put some silicone on it. Let's do the nasty. The nasty. The nasty. Let's do the nasty. The nasty. Put some silicone. I don't think the silicone is necessary. I mean, as long as the surface, but you never know. Just gives a little bit of extra. So you can see they're both being pushed through. So now we're gonna go to the bottom. Now at the bottom, let me set up my camera, man. Camera, behave yourself, camera. We gotta get our bolts, got the washers and the bolt. I got this. So let me see what socket fits our bolt, and then we're good to go. So we got a 13 millimeter. We got a, that goes right there. We got a 13. My coworkers used to make fun of me when I used to say 13. Man, I got an African accent, man. Some things you can't say, man. The hell with people, man. People be making fun of you. Some things you can't say when you got an accent. That's what an accent does to a man. Okay, so we're gonna run this through first. I'm holding the top part. I'm gonna run that through, and I'm gonna put a washer on there. Get a boat. I'm gonna get me a boat. Get that boat. Gonna get that boat. Get that boat up in there. I'm gonna do that to the other side. Let me run my bolt right too. Oh, let me tighten them bolts. I'm kind of holding on the top a little bit. You see now the whole thing is moving. Now what I do, I'm gonna get a screwdriver. Where's my light? Oh, you can see a little bit of it. I'm gonna get a screwdriver and put a screwdriver right here. Kind of jam it, a flathead, and then kind of jam it in there, and then kind of tighten up my bolt. My bolt. So there's a big old screwdriver right there. That's back in the days when I used to make, when I had some money, man. Ooh, snap on, dollar bill, y'all. Back in the day when I was rich. I ain't rich no more, man. Back in the days, I used to buy expensive tools. No more. So I'm holding it at the top. And I'm able to tighten it up. Don't have to go super tight, just go snug. Because you got the rubber washers, just gonna go snug. Let me do that on the other side. Let me bring the light on this side. Gotta get that light. Let me run this side through by hand for a little bit instead of, I'm gonna use my hand. Which way am I going? I'm confused. Which way I'm going? Okay. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. I was confused for a second. Okay, so now I'm still holding at the top with the big screwdriver. So I'm gonna put my ratchet on there. And if you ask how much to what the torque, yo man, what's the torque specs on that? Man, yeah, that's when you know you're a mommy's boy. You're a mommy's boy. Man, what's the torque specs on that, man? Yeah. What's the torque specs on that, man? Need some torque specs, man. You don't need no damn torque specs. You just tighten it up where it's nice and snug. You know, it ain't rocket science, man. Quit complicating shit. Man, what's the torque specs on that, man? Yeah. People can't do shit these days without having to, everything gotta be a torque spec. Sometimes you don't need torque specs. You just gotta go snug the thing in. Yeah. Snug where it's not moving. So I'm gonna give it a few hours. Let that silicone sit. Yeah, you can see how we look like. We're looking good. I'm gonna let the silicone sit a little bit, and then I'll turn on the water from down there. That's where the water, turning on the water down there. You can see this thing has been leaking for a while. Kind of messed up my floor. Gotta clean that up. So turn on the water there. Yeah, so let me give it a few hours, and then we'll come back and take a look. See whether we're wasting our time or we did the right thing. Give it a few hours, maybe an hour or two, just to let that silicone seal. Take a look underneath. Nothing at the moment. It's bone dry. It's bone dry. It's bone dry. Yeah, so it's all good. Yeah, so yeah. So don't be afraid to fix. Don't be afraid to fix things. You know, call a plumber. That would have been a couple $100 for that. That son of a bitch is acting up. Yeah, so a couple $100 just for that, and you saw that it took a few minutes. Just get a few tools, and we're good to go. All right, cheerio. God bless.